Epstein, he said, is just the kind of guy that a business like a quote unquote business like the one I'm running, this Ponzi scheme, is looking for. It's a guy who's very intelligent, who knows a lot about the offshore accounting and things that we need to know about. And he has no moral compass whatsoever, Hoffenberg said. And this is what he told Ward at the time. And so some of the other things that he said is he said that what Epstein would do, and he did this to Hoffenberg himself eventually, is the people that they would be moving money around for, they would take some of that for themselves. And Epstein had a scheme that he called playing the box, which I don't know where the name exactly comes from, but what it entailed is stealing money from people and making sure that you have compromising information on them so that even if they catch you doing it, they're going to be too embarrassed or too afraid to actually come out and go after you. And so given what we know about Epstein's proclivities and his later activities, you can probably guess what some of those activities were, right? And this is what Hoffenberg said he would do. He said that Jeffrey Epstein, so he confirms the story of Epstein being attached to Douglas Leese, first of all, because he knew Leese, and that's how they met. And he says that Epstein used to talk quite openly about his connections and dealings with the intelligence community, not just in the U.S., but in Israel as well. And again, none of this made it into the story because this is 2002. Vicky Ward's just like, Douglas who? What? It doesn't really, she didn't know who these people were. And she was trying to invest. I mean, she had on the record witnesses accusing Jeffrey Epstein of sexual assault, like, underage girls. That's what she was interested in. So all this other stuff, she doesn't even know what he's talking about at the time. But she kept all her notes and everything. And once it kind of came out later, she brought all that out into the public. The story of, here's a fun one. So, and Vicky Ward tells this story, but there was even an NPR report, a radio report about this several years ago when the Epstein thing was coming out, where they have people who were working at Vanity Fair, one of the senior editors in an audio interview telling the story. She's running down this story, and she's got 3 on the record witnesses, 2 sisters, but then one totally independent telling the same story about Jeffrey Epstein. He sexually assaulted them.